Today, what I really want you to understand, it is so important for you to be abundantly grateful. Abundantly grateful. I wasn't going to do this, but since I just said that, I kind of want to hit y'all with something I say to myself every single day. I call it my daily alignment, right? So it's something I just tell myself to speak life into my life. Speak life over me. Speak life over my finances. Speak life over my experiences. And just make sure that no matter what's going on in my life, before the day gets started, I'm speaking life. So therefore, I'm setting off a better, a better anchor for positivity, if that makes sense. So my daily alignment says, I am walking into the most abundant, balanced, wealthy, and successful period of my life. I am naturally attracting good fortune, and I am wealthy in more ways than one. I am giving myself permission to prosper, and I am powerful enough to build the life I deserve. I'll put it in the description as well if you want to copy it and use it for yourself as well too. In this life, we tend to just be selfish and always thinking about ourselves and want everything that's for us to be for us. And we don't give patience, we don't give understanding, we don't take time to understand guidance, we don't take time to really understand the lesson that God is trying to teach us in the moment. And that's mainly because everybody walks around this whole world with this first person, what is it called? First person or first character, you know what I'm saying? POV, first person, whatever it is, bro. We walk around in this first person, player one. We walk around in this player one mindset because, to be honest, that's really all we can see. Like, I can't speak on this person's life or what they got going on because I'm literally not in their shoes. You can't speak on my life and everything I got going on and how I'm feeling because you're not in my shoes. So therefore, a lot of that ends up being where we don't resonate or comprehend the experience of somebody else, even though we all are one. We feel like we are these different bodies, these different perspectives, these different this and that. But when you go back to the Bible and really diving into that, we're all the same being, we're all the same consciousness from different perspectives. So we're all one. We're not separated from each other in any kind of way except for this hologram makes it feel like we are, but we're literally all one. We're basically all God just here experiencing his creation in so many different versions of life. You know, little side note, I heard that some people say when you pass, you come back reincarnated in the next person's body or soul, and you got to live out every single person's experience or every single type of experience before you get to pass on to the next life or heaven or something like that. That's just like a little side note that I heard before. Getting back to the video, it's very important for us to remain grateful, for us to remain in a state of gratitude, thankfulness. Just, bro, this life is not meant for us every single day, bro. Any of us can be gone tomorrow or gone today. You know what I'm saying? Any of us could be planning for the next 10 years of our life and we won't even see that 10 years. Any of us can have loved ones or whatever that we just feel like will be around forever, but we're not taking advantage of the time that we do have with them because we think that everything is going to be all right until things hit the fan. And the last thing you want to do is just assume that everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be just, you got time to do any and everything, bro, because once you feel like that, you look up, you realize you really don't got time, you start to move a little more urgent. You start to care a little bit more. You start to act in a different way. You start to move with gratefulness. You start to move gracefully. A lot of us, man, we don't. Somebody do you wrong, you ain't got no sympathy in your heart. It's just cut them off. Can't even had a conversation. And I understand it. I get it. But what's wrong with having a conversation? What's wrong with trying to mend these broken hearts, mend these fences and all that type of stuff? For a long time, a person like me, I ran from stuff like that. And it wasn't even my own thinking. It was something that was manufactured by somebody else, programmed into me because that's what I seen them do. That was deep, man. That was hard how I put that out. I'm like Kendrick S. You know what I'm talking about? But then you got to look at everything in your life. Like a lot of stuff that you think, you believe, you see, you do, is not of you for real. For real. A lot of us don't really even know our real selves because everything that was pushed up on to us when we was impressionable as kids. You know what I'm saying? I remember times when I didn't know nothing about smoking, but because the older people around me were smoking, I start to push myself towards that. I remember listening to certain songs that my dad was playing or my mom was playing or whatever's going on. And the thing about it is that it's certain things that I didn't even realize about myself that I knew because of what I was ingesting as a young person. I had no idea I knew so many praise and worship songs. But when I look back, I remember the time I was in the car with my mom heading to this church or heading to this place to go do something, and she's playing Kurt Franklin and all this type of stuff. Or she's in the car this day and she's going through something mentally or emotionally, and we seeing it play out because she's in the car and she's playing this at the stoplight and she's screaming and she's shouting while she's praising in the car. And I'm just like, man, what is this? But it's like things like that. It's like a mental thing in your head that you end up taking in, and it becomes a part of your DNA. I remember my mom doing that to this specific song, so now I will forever remember that song, right? Stuff like that. So you end up becoming this person that that's not truly you, right? Because out of all the good stuff, there was also bad stuff that came in as well, right? And as you grow up, you kind of start to decide how you're going to live your life, right? Like you're either going to embrace most of the bad stuff or embrace most of the good stuff, or be a mixture of both, right? A lot of us don't just embrace straight bad or just straight good. Even good people have bad things about them. Bad people have good things about them. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way of life. But you also got to understand, in the grand scheme of this whole thing, when it comes down to it, bro, the person that you are was because of somebody that you thought yourself to be when you was young, or thought yourself to be because who you was around when you was young. It's a lot of layers in this whole thing when it comes to life that we got to dive into and we got to correct. And that starts with being in the present moment at all times. Like, a lot of us, we tend to want to hold on to the past, or we want to embrace the future. But the only moment that really exists in your life is right now. Tomorrow's gone. The future doesn't exist. So the only realm you have, or the possibility you have to change the past or the future, is right now. What you do right now can make up for the things you've done in the past. What you do right now can set up better days in the future. A lot of people don't want to realize that. But everything that you're manifesting, everything you want to manifest, it starts today. It starts at this present moment. It starts right now. If you want to be a millionaire, what are you doing right now to make sure that happens? If you want to be a person that keeps struggling and all that type of stuff, cool. You're doing that right now, and you're going to prove that to yourself in the future. You know what I'm saying? The way you learn from your past is look back, see what you've been through and what were the results of certain actions that you took, and then you change those results. Then you change those actions, sorry, to make better results. That's changing your future. The thing about planning for your future is making sure that you got all the information needed necessary in order to lay it out in your subconscious, lay it out in your mind, you know what I'm saying? So you got to know every single little step is going to take to climb exactly where you're trying to go. A lot of us don't want to even focus on that. We want to focus on the thought, the air bubble thought. The air bubble thought. We want to focus on the air bubble thought, right? We don't want to focus on the actual work or the actual planning or the actual understanding of what it's going to take to get us there. We just want to have the thought and then we go play the lotto. We just hoping and wishing that one of these days God is going to drop the money in our bank account and deliver us from all this BS, bro. I'm grateful I'm breaking that. I look at myself and everything that I've been doing for the 4 years that I've had a son, and I can immediately tell you that these 4 years have been nothing but me being a student, remaining a student, and looking at the past, fixing certain things I've done in the past, then looking towards my future, building for my future, and then looking at myself right now and realizing exactly what I got to do to maintain these relationships, to get better at becoming who I am in order to get the future that I want. It's a lot of work. You know, people want you to be fully there without understanding what all it takes to become that person that they want you to so desperately be. And that's mainly because in their minds, you are somebody that's great, but you less than them, right? But God got you on this trajectory to be the greatest you possible, the greatest you can possibly be. God got you on this trajectory that they thought you would level out right here, just like right underneath them. But God got you going way, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just funny, man, when you start to think about life, start to break things down, did you start to realize that a lot of people are broken, man. A lot of people don't even know themselves, still trying to figure themselves out, just don't understand what they're getting themselves into on a daily basis. And it's crazy when you start to think about it, that you think people are good, you think people are full and they got everything that they need in life, but really it's just they know how to wear that mask. They really know how to wear that mask, dog, and that's all it is at the end of the day. They really, really know how to wear that mask, bro. So it's not our room to judge each other, bro, when we all trying to figure it out. You got people in their 50s, their 40s, they 80s, still trying to figure out life, still trying to figure out the meaning of everything, still trying to figure themselves out. And that's the thing, though. I don't think it's a sad thing that's going on. I think that's a life thing. I don't think you ever get to the point where you just got everything figured out. The point that you get, that you have everything figured out and you just don't need no more lessons, you might as well just go ahead and pass away and just keep it moving. Go to the next realm or something like that to start figuring out something else, something higher. Yeah, you beat the game, my dog. Peace. You know what I'm saying? You beat the game, dog. I don't know, bro. I'm just looking at, as I'm writing this short film, kind of like embracing grief, loss, love, all in one. I'm starting to realize that a lot of us just, we are so ungrateful of the time that we get here. We are so ungrateful of the people that God has surrounded us with. We are so ungrateful about our current circumstances, and we always deem that our current circumstances are just the worst thing in life, and we don't ever want to, you know what I'm saying? I understand that people strive for more in their lives, and I think you should. I think we all should. We should be here to experience the greatest of the great. But sometimes to really embrace those greats, you got to go through the lows. You got to go through, things that's going to teach you or help you or raise you to be the person that you need to be. The thing about it is that God could have us on a trajectory where we are cruising right to where we supposed to be going, and we end up making the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We end up engaging in these kind of acts that set us back a little bit more, right? We end up dating this person for a little too long, or we end up dating this person, period, or we end up hanging out with this group of friends. We ended up giving up on our dreams to go follow something else, some get rich quick, or we go give up on our dreams and we go settle and go get a job for the rest of our lives. Like things like this, like I just think that God is leading us to exactly where we want to be. And when we don't listen, when we don't pay attention, we end up falling short. And that's really it, bro. We just end up falling short when we have so much more going for us, can have so much more going for us. A lot of people settle just to settle, and then when you settle, you're scared to move on because of whatever the consequences or anything may be. You're scared to lose what you already grabbing so tight on, right? It was a time where I was doing some stuff I have no business doing, like financially and all that, but I was doing it just to make sure that I had like transportation in order to get my son to and from school, and making sure that I had some kind of transportation to get myself where I needed to go. But at the end of the day, like hopping up every single day and doing all this work just to maintain a car was just killing me mentally, killing me spiritually, emotionally. Like, bro, I was drained. Like, you talking about a time in my life where I'm a present father, but I really couldn't be a present father. You know what I'm saying? Because waking up at 6 in the morning just to get my son to school early, just to hit the road and try to do all this work until he get off of school, and then gotta battle hour and a half traffic, because Atlanta traffic crazy, bro. Hour and a half traffic just to get back home, make sure he fed, make sure he bathed, and everything is ready for the next day to go to school. And after doing all that, bro, you talking about, bruh, every single day, just, I don't, it was a period of my life where I'm just like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, bro. I don't see a way out for me, bro. And my girl asking me almost every day, like, what's your plan? Like, what you gonna do? Is like, bro, I ain't even have time to plan. I ain't even got a time to even sit still, even think to myself right now, bro. I'm by myself out here, and I'm really trying to figure this out, dog. Even though I'm not by myself, I got my mother, I got his mom, I got my girl, I got just my brother them. I got all the help I possibly need, but still it's like something I had to take on myself, bro. And I really couldn't put that on nobody else, right? Because it was my situation. So therefore, I had to grind myself out of my situation. And it was hard for me to listen to people ask me how you gonna get out. It's like, my nigga, like, stop asking me the same shit every damn day. Like, bro, help me figure something out. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that they could tell you is go apply for this job. But like, bro, if I apply for this job and I get the job and now I'm working the job, everything I'm doing to maintain this car completely goes out the window. So now I do not have a car. I cannot have any kind of transportation to get my son to and from. So therefore, it was just an impossible situation for me to be in, bro. And it was an extremely tough time, dog. I'm just sitting here, like, just thinking back on it, bro. I'm sorry. Extremely tough time, bro. I can't even. That was some of the worst days in my life of 2023 and 2024, because, man, I know it's like you knew better, but you couldn't do better at the time. Like, you had no choice but to. And I don't like that, bro. Now I'm like, I wouldn't even say 6 months removed. Hold on. July, August, September, October, November. 5 months removed from all that. And I look back at it and I'm still tired. What the hell going on there? I'm still tired. I'm still trying to regain myself. I'm still trying to get myself back in line with my creative works and everything else that I got going on and how I was really making money. And it's just, excuse me, at times it's just hard, man. I'm not a lazy person. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a person that complains or anything like that. That's not me. That ain't never been me, bro. Anybody who know me would tell you that ain't me. I'm probably one of the hardest working people that you ever seen. I'm probably one of the smartest people you ever seen when it comes to figuring things out and getting stuff done. But that goes to say that, bro, sometimes life happens to you, bro, and you can't really control it in any kind of way. You could think you can, but at the end of the day, bro, life is going to be life. You're going to have to experience certain things. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it. I know we think that every single thing can be planned for and can be escaped, but in this present moment, bruh, God got you going through something that you just got to figure out for yourself, and you got to work your way through. Now, why? Oh, no, hold on, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I don't know, bro, but God got you going through something for a reason, and in the midst of it all, it's just about remaining grateful, man. Remaining thankful. Remaining just understanding that no matter what's going on in your life, that you're in the right place at the right time. Everything that's going on, supposed to be going on, is here to be a lesson, not a stressing. But it might stress you, but still, it's meant to be better than what you going through. Sorry, I got some neighbors. They got a lot of people coming to this house. Hope it ain't a party. They got food. What's going on? I wanted to end this video with this message I heard from this lady. I really hope y'all can hear it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play it right here. I'm gonna put it on the screen for y'all just in case y'all can't hear it on here. So,
kind of like whenever I go through something kind of like difficult, like a hardship or something stressful, I get a little excited. This might make me sound crazy, but I get a little bit excited because I'm like, yeah, as much as this sucks, like the situation I'm in now kind of sucks, I'm like, usually whenever something really big and like kind of bad is going on, it is right before something really freaking amazing happens. And so I'm always like, oh, okay, like this is a tough situation right now, but it must be that like something really cool and amazing is like right around the corner.
So that's what this video is really about. I hope it resonates with you in some kind of way, bro. I don't know, bro. These days, I ain't really been on a motivational tip. I've more so just been on just wanting to reflect and look over my life. I'm going through some personal stuff right now, bro, with my son, moving away to Denver, and yeah, bro, I'm hurting, bro. And these days, I'm just trying to like figure out how to come to grips with everything, or like I guess a period of acceptance. And yeah, man, so I ain't really been up to even putting out videos or even caring about editing and all that type of stuff. I just been just at this house, just like lost in thought, bro, lost in feelings and all that type of stuff. I'm I'm desperately trying to figure out like what this mean. I guess I'm thinking too much on it. And yeah, man, I don't know. I don't want to keep y'all just sitting here waiting while I'm trying to figure me out, bro. So I guess we can continue in the next thing, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody if you thought this was dope, or give a good little context to something or some kind of message, whatever, bro. I don't know. I think I'm about to go outside and just like take a little walk and talk and think to myself, bro. But I'll holla though, man. Peace.